Creaks on the china never mattered before. Who cared when you drop kicked your jacket?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Belvedere Bros. This week we are talking about Season 1, Episode 4, the episode titled Gorgeous George. And PJ, there has never been a more PJ episode of Mr. Belvedere ever. This is the most PJ episode of Mr. Belvedere in the history of Mr. Belvedere. I can only assume we still have 6 seasons to go after this, but I can assume this is the most PJ episode. Now, this episode aired on April 5th, 1985, and I'm sure you know why that's pretty notable.
Because of the first Wrestlemania.
That is right.
Yes.
They timed it perfectly.
Yeah, and they mentioned the rock, the rock and wrestling connection with Cyndi Lauper.
So they're making actual wrestling references on here, because usually on a show like this, they would have maybe a famous wrestler on it, but they would call him something else.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because WWF at the time had much more of a relationship with NBC because of Saturday Night's Main Event and things like that. And WrestleMania 1, Vince McMahon put up his house and everything for that. It was do or die for him, and it was really, really,
So wrestling was really at its peak. They planned this episode perfectly. People must really been talking about wrestling at this point. And they knew, even by episode 4 of Mr. Belvedere, we got to plan an episode around wrestling. Now, I got to say, maybe later in Mr. Belvedere's run, they would have more of a budget for actual, it's there's a lot in this episode that happens off camera.
So much off camera.
You just hear the story of what happened. I was I knew ahead of time what I was getting into, the basic. And then when I was wait, what?
But that wouldn't even have been expensive to film.
Yeah.
But he did say the arena, so I'm guessing they were going to the Civic Arena.
You would need a lot of extras.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you'd have to do it at an actual event. It just seems like Mr. Belvedere. I don't even know if in later seasons they'd be able to pull that off. But in this one, George got tickets for wrestling.
Yes, and they don't even say WWF, though, but they do mention WWF wrestlers.
Okay, right. So
they say Sergeant Slaughter and Big John Studd, both of which have never been Intercontinental Championship. There's no way.
Wow.
Champion. There's no way they were fighting over the Intercontinental Championship. The Intercontinental Champion at the time was Greg Valentine.
Okay.
Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Yeah. Wesley's excited about going to this, but neither Kevin nor Heather nor Marsha want to go. Heather does a little Cyndi Lauper impression.
Pretty good.
Yeah, there we go. Once again, Heather coming in, she's like the Creed Bratton of the show.
She comes in, drops bars, and gets out.
And that's it.
Can you do a Cyndi Lauper impression?
I can do
Just say Cyndi Lauper.
I can do no impressions, but I guess I'm gonna try. It's so unusual.
Pretty good. That's all right. Cyndi Lauper. Lauper.
I don't care what Cyndi Lauper says. Those guys are gross.
So basically, none of these people can go, and so they do have this extra ticket, George and Wesley. And George is like, "Well, okay, that's fine. Just Wesley and I'll go." And then Wesley's like, "Wait, why can't Mr. Belvedere go?" And then we find out it's Sergeant Slaughter versus Big John Studd for the Intercontinental Championship. PJ's pissed about that. He's shaking his head over there.
Yeah, I mean, that was it was instantly. As soon as they said those two people in the I was like, that's not possible. Why would just say who it was? It was Greg Valentine.
Yeah, if you're going to say
say that.
You're saying actual wrestlers' names and you're saying an actual title that exists, Intercontinental Championship. So I don't know why that was the thing they did. Is it
keep in mind, it's pre-internet, so I found out who the champions were sometimes of the other federations by opening up Pro Wrestling Illustrated, which by the time I was reading it, those champions could have not even been champions anymore.
Sure.
So it's information traveled slow back then.
So this is taking you out of it, kind of like last episode where the kind of laziness on the Pittsburgh references, or I talk about this all the time, it could be the best movie or TV show in the world. I'm enjoying it. It's awesome. All of a sudden, they bust out the big 555 phone number, and I'm like, What the hell are you doing? What? There are 1,000 ways. Okay, I get it. If you're not allowed to show a phone number, which, by the way, I've seen plenty of shows where they show an actual what could be a phone number. I don't know if that law changed, but say there's a law. It's you're going to go to prison if you put an actual phone number in here. Say that law exists. Just don't show the phone number. Just have it be someone hands someone a piece of paper. Do you need this? Is seeing the phone number important to the plot?
Or saying the phone number?
Yeah. Is that important?
No.
We could get around that so easily. Why do we have to put 555 in? And instantly I'm like, oh, that just took me out of it so hard. I know that bothers me way too much, but I'm also not the only person who ever said that.
No, I mean, it makes sense. It instantly puts it into a fantasy world for you.
Yeah, right. Definitely. So anyway, Mr. Belvedere wants to go. And I got to tell you, PJ, this episode aired on April 5th, 1985. And
honestly, why wouldn't that that old queen want to go see some men rolling around together?
Well, he does. I mean, he does.
Back to insinuating how gay Mr. Belvedere is.
He said something about how like he loves the theater of the absurd or something like that. He says a reference like that.
Come on, Wes. He doesn't want to come. Oh, I don't know.
Part Roman spectacle, part theater of the absurd, colorful, vibrant. It may prove interesting.
So you coming or what?
Well, it beats ironing your shorts. I'll get my coat.
Which goes to show you, hey, listen, I actually know quite a few gay men who are really into wrestling.
No.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Back on February 18th of 1985, at the War to Settle the Score, let's see how good your knowledge is, PJ, the War to Settle the Score. That was the last big wrestling event I found out about before this, because this is the week of WrestleMania or something. But before that, who defeated who by DQ for the title? PJ doesn't know anything about wrestling. The War to Settle the Score.
Oh, well, Hogan was the champion.
Okay.
So, and in the main event, it was Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff versus Mr. Hogan and Mr. T. So I'm going to say it was Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Nope.
No, it was Roddy Piper.
It was Roddy Piper.
Okay.
Then, a few days later from when this episode aired, was WrestleMania 1. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T defeated Paul Orndorff?
Mr. Wonderful, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Wonderful. Okay. And Roddy Piper in a tag team match with, do you know who the two guest referees were?
Muhammad Ali and Liberace.
Not Liberace.
Muhammad Ali. Well, Liberace was with the Rockettes, and they did the kick line.
Okay.
During that, Muhammad Ali was one of them, and I don't know. Was Bob Uecker there?
No, it was Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson. Yeah, the first Intercontinental Champion. Well, Pat Patterson was a referee back then too.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, he was one of the referees.
Yeah. Also won a head of creative with Vince McMahon back then.
PJ, you're going to have to go on the WWF 1985 podcast for more wrestling talk because we got to get back to Belvedere.
Yeah.
We got to get back to Belvedere. So we're seeing them after. They're getting back. Mr. Belvedere is wearing a Sergeant Slaughter hat. And I was like, wow, it's a pretty sick hat. I bet PJ would like that hat. And we find out that Mr. Belvedere had to stand up for George at the event because there was an altercation where Mr. Belvedere had to flex on somebody.
Yeah, someone's being a loudmouth.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all been to sporting events where someone's being a little bit too out of hand that's by you.
Yeah. And
especially wrestling.
Wesley is pretty proud of Mr. Belvedere for standing up for, because George like slipped and fell and like kind of embarrassed himself.
He says he slipped on some beer.
Right.
I don't know. To me, it seems like his non-athletic self maybe wasn't up to the moment.
Yeah, and this
athletically.
And we find out this goes down a dark road for George because this leads to a full-blown midlife crisis. And it's kind of late for a midlife crisis, to be honest.
Mr. Belvedere cucked him.
Yeah. I slipped on some beer.
And that's when Mr. Belvedere decked him.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Just a little hand-to-hand technique I picked up during a brief stint with a Gurkha regiment.
Yeah, well, you gurked him pretty good.
And Mr. Belvedere ain't little.
No, big boy.
Yeah, he got some old man strength for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Belvedere is trying to teach Wesley the right lessons. And what he says is, one might say that discussion is the better part of valor. And he's right. We don't always need to be getting so aggro like Mr. Belvedere.
I know, for someone who's so refined and so, do you think the wrestling got under him? Like, he was like, oh, I was watching wrestling, I got all fired up, and he wanted to just slam somebody.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't know Mr. Belvedere's exact tall and weight and whatever, but he looks like a bigger guy.
Big boy, yeah.
Does he seem like he would have been a pretty good wrestler?
Yeah.
I mean.
And he had the comedy aspect of it down, too.
Yeah. Yeah. He would have been the butler? Are you kidding me? That would be an incredible wrestling gimmick.
Yeah. Or at least someone's manager who got involved sometimes.
Man, geez. There's some B plots in this thing. Heather wants a scooter because Grace Jones has one. So does Adam Ant. There's sometimes just stuff.
Nice references. I mean, like,
yeah.
Her tastes are all over the place.
Yeah.
Duran Duran, Adam Ant. I guess it's the same vein, but then Grace Jones, too.
Yeah.
What was Grace Jones's famous song? She had a song back then, too.
Well, you're making me search. Hold on. I'm Not Perfect.
Maybe that was. I just remember there being a music video.
Victor should have been a jazz musician. I think that was burning up the charts at that point. We also find out soon. Now Wesley got in a fight. Here's the thing. He stuck up to some kid was getting picked on, and he stood up for him to a bully. So it's
just
not
like
all
Mr.
bad.
Belvedere did too.
Right. This isn't all bad.
But
yeah. But
he should be using his words.
Yeah, that's true. But it seems like now Mr. Belvedere has moved to the top of Wesley's rankings of machismo, of macho guys in his life, of role models.
He's the alpha.
He is. And George is sad about it. And, at some point, now George is feeling this, and I think he feels the need to overcome it by being a little more sexual with Marcia.
He can't get it up anymore.
You think that's what's going on?
I couldn't believe how many impotent jokes they made.
Well, at some point, him and Marcia were about to go at it in the kitchen, and Mr. Belvedere walks in.
Come on. Now, there's my little Georgie. It's my Louisville slugger.
Oh, pardon us, Mr. Belvedere. We were just...
no need to explain. Two squirrels were just doing the same thing in the driveway.
They were talking so much about George's erections between the three of them.
Oh, I can't believe that this wrestling incident made it so that George couldn't get hard anymore.
He couldn't get bricked up, man.
Man, that is fucked.
Hi.
What happened to you? I woke up and you were gone.
What's the difference?
Hey, look, it's okay. It happens.
Not when this boy's at bat.
When you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door. No one...
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Hey there, One Hit Thunder listeners. Are you ready to take your music to the next level? Well, get ready to rock because this episode is brought to you by DistroKid, the ultimate digital music distribution service for artists like you. With DistroKid, you can easily upload your songs or albums to online stores and streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, reaching fans all around the globe. But that's just the beginning. DistroKid offers a ton of awesome features like Hyperfollow, which helps you promote your releases and get pre-saves on your songs, all for free. But wait, there's more. The DistroKid app is now available on iOS and Android. With the app, you can manage your releases, track your streaming stats, and even withdraw your earnings, all from the palm of your hand. And for those looking to perfect their sound, check out Mixia. This powerful tool allows you to put the finishing touches on your tracks in minutes, ensuring they sound polished and professional every time. But that's not all. DistroKid has just launched a brand new feature called Instant Share, allowing you to easily share large files securely with collaborators, producers, and more. With Instant Share, you can keep your music streaming at the highest quality while making the best impression possible. So what are you waiting for? Elevate your music career today with DistroKid and unlock a world of possibilities. Possibilities that I know all about because I've been using DistroKid for years. It's seriously great. If you haven't used it before, you're going to love it. And One Hit Thunder listeners get an exclusive offer, 30% off your first year with DistroKid by signing up at distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder. That's distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Where is Daredevil?
I'm right here. Don't miss the return of Marvel Television's Daredevil Born Again.
So what's next?
I feel liberated.
I'm gonna take this city back.
Over-medicated. In an all-new season, now streaming only on Disney+.
They're hunting us. It's time we started hunting them.
I can work with that.
This should be tons of fun.
Marvel Television's Daredevil Born Again, now streaming only on Disney+.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs, so you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can make me feel like a spectator in my own life.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine preventive treatment.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Experience a membership that backs your business journey with American Express Business Platinum. Earn 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Plus, apply to find out your welcome offer, which could be as high as 300,000 membership rewards points. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Welcome offers vary, and you may not be eligible for an offer. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
Do you hear that? Sounds like breakfast is ready. Because Quaker's coming in hot with morning nutrition. 100% whole grain oats and a good source of fiber to fuel the rhythm of your morning and kickstart your day. And that sounds absolutely delicious. Fuel to start whatever's next. Quaker, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10. The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
There's the part of me that everyone sees. I'm Howie Mandel, the comedian. Apparently, I know what funny is. Funny bought me a house, but I also know what isn't funny. OCD. I've lived with OCD my entire life, and people throw the term around like it's no big deal. But OCD is severe, often debilitating. It's a mental health condition that involves unrelented, unwanted thoughts that can make you question your character, your beliefs, even your safety. General therapy can help with some things, but for OCD, it can actually make things worse. That's why I want to tell you about NoCD. NoCD is the world's largest treatment provider for OCD and is covered by insurance for over 155 million Americans. Their licensed therapists specialize in ERP, the most effective treatment for OCD. If you think you might be struggling with OCD, go to nocd.com to book a free 15-minute call. They are here to help.
This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
The internet gives us a glimpse into the crazy happening all around us.
Unhinged behavior, personal secrets, unbelievable coincidences. It's all one big circus, and the RR Show is your front row seat. Each week, we curate the wildest Reddit stories just for you. Whether you're into hilarious accidents, insane relationship drama, or pure chaos, these insane confessions are sure to make your jaw drop. Listen to the RR Show weekly on Mondays via your favorite podcast platform. Or get your episodes early and ad-free by becoming a member. The RR Show. All of the drama, none of the hassle.
No one spared. All hands look out below.
We get another Penguins game reference in this episode out of nowhere. I'll take it. I'll take all the Penguins game references we can get. And then Heather walks into the room with a sexy piece of lingerie.
Kevin, you ought to see what Mom bought for Dad.
He'll never wear that.
It's so wild to think about, like, I didn't have siblings. You had a sibling. Would one of you guys have walked into the living room carrying lingerie and be like, look what Mom got for Dad, like in front of everyone? It seems like, really?
No, that'd have been something that we joked about behind their backs.
Yeah, right. Of course.
So open sexually, that family.
Yeah.
Birth control, the last episode.
Yeah.
You know?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's very progressive. They're a very, like under the radar progressive family.
Yeah, I like it. So in the tropiest of all tropes, George gets a motorcycle out of nowhere. Like, motorcycles have nothing to do with this plot at all. Like, you would think that maybe like George started wrestling or something. Like, no, George gets a motorcycle.
We're taking karate.
Or something.
Learn some self-defense.
Yeah, something like that.
That's not as funny though, I guess.
And like I said, George is having a midlife crisis, like way past the point where you should be having a midlife crisis. This guy's in his early 50s. Now,
yeah, that's beyond midlife.
I would be very happy if the character of George lived to 105, 106 years old, but at this point, he should have been past the midlife crisis.
What does Mr. Belvedere say about
he
40s
says
and
something
50s?
good.
It's so good.
It is good. I made note of it. It made me feel good as a guy in his mid-40s.
40 is...
This actually happens. We're kind of skipping ahead. This happens at the end of the episode when he's writing in his journal. He says, 40 is the old age of youth, and 50 is the youth of old age.
I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Man, this show's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good quote. I never heard that before. It makes you feel good about being in your mid-40s.
Yeah.
I got to say. So George obviously has been emasculated by Mr. Belvedere, and then he goes to a bar in his biker gear.
The worst bar ever. Why does he go to such a horrible, like, the roughest bar he could find?
Yeah. Orders a strawberry soda pop diet. And then
why would they have that?
Why is George so afraid? I mean, if you're going this far, you can't have a beer. Have a beer, George. Like, it's fine.
Right? Yeah, have an Iron City. Why wouldn't he not order an Iron City or an IC Light?
Yeah.
They hate Pittsburgh on this show.
They just don't know anything about Pittsburgh.
He could have went to Permanis.
They could have had a consultant and paid them like $100. Like, hey, tell us like 20 things about Pittsburgh. Okay, we'll keep you for an hour. They did not do that. But basically, a wrestler named Grinder walks into the bar. So
back on the gay stuff.
Do you think that that's where they got the website name was from this wrestler? Do you know this wrestler?
It's just big guy. It's not a wrestler.
Oh.
That's where, you know, he may have been an actual wrestler. I didn't recognize him, but that's not a real wrestler's name.
No, but I mean the actor playing the wrestler.
I don't think it was no one I recognized.
Okay. Well, this is Max the Meat Grinder Maxwell, and George kind of makes fun of him. He talks shit on him. He says, hey, I caught your act at the arena a couple nights ago.
But before that, too, after he orders the strawberry pop, he says to the guy, which he calls it, why does he call it a pop? Just call it a pop. Yeah. Pittsburgh, call it a pop. Right. He goes, got a problem? Like, why is he going to this bar trying to start shit?
He also broke a glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all
like, why is he such a dick?
Yeah. I mean, he's going through it, man. He's trying to get his mojo back.
And then this wrestler's huge. He starting like trouble with him as well.
He's pissed about his dick.
He's so mad. He can't even get hard.
Hey, you that Owens guy that wrote that hatchet job in the bulletin today?
Yeah.
The one calling us a bunch of overweight buffoons who have as much to do with real sports as McEnroe has to do with manners?
You gonna do something about it?
Yeah. I'm gonna write a letter. I think what you wrote was very unfair. It's not easy, to keep things fresh and entertaining. You get hit over the head with a folding chair 3 times a night. See how interesting you can make it. I mean, there are only so many variations. Yeah, well, nothing. You hurt a lot of people's feelings. Decent people. I mean, people with families.
I'm sorry.
Well, I hope you are.
That's such a 2026 answer from a wrestler. Like, dude, like, how many hundreds of people work on the show? People feed their families. People have done this for generations. This is a family business. Like, why are you being so mean about it? Like, oh, I don't like it, so I'm gonna just shit all over it. Like, dude, this is my livelihood. I'm passionate about it, which is a real behind the curtain kind of look at wrestling. This is the way I looked at it, at least.
Yeah, right. But Mr. B to the rescue, even though George doesn't really need wrestling because this wrestler is not going to beat his ass. He walks in wearing George's helmet and
he took the motorcycle because all the cars were occupied. Because remember when George is leaving, he doesn't even take the motorcycle. He borrows Susan's car to go to the bar.
Who's Susan?
I'm sorry. What's his wife's name?
Marsha.
Marsha. Sorry.
Susan.
That's the second time I called her Susan on this episode.
Whoa, Susan. Who the hell is Susan?
It's Susan Tracy. I mean, I'm just naming random 80s names.
Basically, George then breaks down. He's like, I'm going to be 50 this year. So this character on this show is 49.
Yeah, he's got a nice young wife. He must be, and he has a big house with a butler. He's doing okay for 50. What would he be so mad about?
Yeah.
Kids are pretty cool, actually.
I actually noticed that George, I saw these two sit next to each other, and then, Belvedere talks about being much older than 50, but I kind of think Belvedere looks younger than George, to be honest.
Less gray, less snow on the roof.
Yeah. So George is home, and Wesley can tell that George is going through it or something. And, he kind of cheers George up. He's like, Mr. Belvedere's cool, but kind of you're still number one, Dad.
You notice this too? He comes down. He's like, I got thirsty. And he's like, there's water in the bathroom. And he goes, yeah, I needed something harder. Saying his dad's joke from the previous episode.
Wow. You don't think that's a dick joke too?
Wow!
You can't have Wesley.
Jeez,
you can't.
I didn't even see that because you remember he says, "Oh, got anything harder about the punch?"
Right.
And then his son makes the same joke, so saying "Oh, look, I'm just like you, Dad."
Just needed something a little harder.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Thing is, I like Mr. Belvedere. Okay, I mean he's smart and interesting. There's a lot of neat stuff he can do, but well,
Yeah. I think I do.
I want to go to bed now.
Good night, pal. Yeah, that's my man.
When we get towards the end of the episode, Mr. Belvedere is making the kids porridge. They were eating porridge, I guess, just to service the joke where it's like Kevin says mine's too hot, Heather says mine's too cold, and then Wesley says mine tastes like someone barfed in it. And,
yeah, great joke.
Yeah. And then Mrs. Owens wakes up, Marsha, or Susan, as PJ likes to call her.
Good morning, Mrs. Owens. Sleep well?
No.
Morning. Hi, kids.
Hi, Dad.
Good morning.
So, Dad, you gonna take me to school on a motorcycle today?
I'm afraid the motorcycle's going back, pal. Okay?
You're the boss.
I gotta run. Glad somebody can.
She's smiling big. She got laid.
She did.
And they make out.
Right? They want more.
Yeah.
Dude, how hard do you think George got? Like a freaking diamond in a snowstorm.
But why? Because he... did he get hard because Wesley respects him again? Is that what's going on?
That's all he needed was his son's respect. He felt like a man again. He felt like the alpha of the house again.
Wow.
Because Mr. Belvedere can do some things, but he's not Dad. And so he took the alpha back.
Okay.
And now he's full erections again.
Okay. Well, the episode ends with, of course, Mr. B writing in his journal.
Which is great.
We get that great quote, 40 is the old age of youth and 50 is the youth of old age. PJ, there was only one comment on the YouTube.
And what was it?
It was from 15 Shahjaz, who said, Mrs. Owens was way too prissy and uptight, which I totally disagree with. I don't think she's uptight at all. I think it's a good family. So PJ, how you feeling about this episode? How many Scotch eggs you feel like this wrestling-based episode of Mr. Belvedere should get?
Dozen by default.
Whoa,
because of the wrestling.
But there's barely wrestling. There's just wrestling references
that are wrong.
Yeah,
they just have wrong wrestling references. I don't know. I really liked, because it really actually made me think like, oh, I'm watching this while the Cyndi Lauper stuff's going on. I remember all of this. This is so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it was a very nostalgic episode for me.
I
don't really remember this episode originally airing.
Okay.
But what they talked about was very nostalgic. And, they tackled the hard subjects or not so hard subjects as they were.
Yeah. I guess they are tackling some real adult subject matter. And it feels like I guess this show is, I swear, between that last episode and this episode, that we're tackling some real, it's almost as if the show is more about the growth of the adults and what they're going through than it is about the kids.
Well, but they have the house. She's going to law school. He's a successful journalist. They obviously have everything together. But I guess he's going to teach him how to live the good life.
Yeah.
A little bit refined.
Yeah. PJ's going a dozen Scotch eggs on this one.
For wrestling only. They mentioned a couple of wrestlers' names, even though, like I said, Greg the Hammer Valentine was the Intercontinental Champion, not Sergeant Slaughter or Big John Studd.
I think that, if I'm going off, I gave the last episode, I believe, 9. I think the last episode was a little bit better. I'm going to go 7 Scotch eggs on this episode. I feel like the show is really establishing some stuff. We're seeing George go through it every episode. I hope that George is growing a little bit each episode. And I think that, and you're also seeing George open up to Lynn a little bit more as it goes on. He is more accepting of Mr. Belvedere as we go. And I really I think that's the most compelling character so far 4 episodes into Mr. Belvedere, is we see the most growth in him. And I'm hoping that we see some the other way too. Mr. Belvedere, who is cultured yet set in his ways, I hope that he can take something away from the American experience as well as we go.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. I think that's where we're getting at it. I think George is becoming more accepting of Mr. Belvedere, but also in a lot of ways becoming more accepting of himself.
Do you think that maybe the dynamic here is you got Wesley, George in the middle, and Mr. Belvedere as the elder statesman, as kind of almost serving as the grandfather role because Kevin's out on his own. He's out on his own island.
Yeah, the 2 older kids are just doing their own thing.
Yeah, they really have nothing to do with it.
They come in for some small subplot or just one line.
I hope we get more from them, because we know Heather, she's got the capability to really, I'm hoping that in one of the remaining 3 episodes of season 1, we get a Heather-centric episode.
I'm pretty sure Kevin drinks at some point.
Whoa.
If I'm not mistaken.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. I want to see how he handles that. I like that. Okay. Well, this has been Belvedere Bros. This one, we're going to end with 7 and a 12. So that puts us at what, 9.5? Yeah, 9.5 for this episode.
Update. George's crisis seems to have passed. And everything, almost everything, has returned to normal. At least by Owen's standards. I think it's the French proverb that goes, 40 is the old age of youth, and 50 is the youth of old age. Perhaps I'll note that on George's birthday card. I'm not getting him a gift.
This has been Belvedere Bros. Belvedere Bros is hosted by me, Chris Fafalius, and PJ Caruso, and the two of us have been a rock band rhythm section together for decades. Underneath me, you're hearing the end credits theme song of Mr. Belvedere, otherwise known as According to Our New Arrival, written by Gary Portnoy and Judy Hart Angelo. If you know anyone out there who isn't listening to Belvedere Bros, please let them know about the show. We're trying to make this the most popular Mr. Belvedere rewatch podcast of all time, so we need your help for that. Head to the One Hit Thunder Facebook group to join in on the conversation, and make sure to tune in next week for more Belvedere Bros.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
Athletic Brewing Company crafts award-winning non-alcoholic beers for those who want to be part of every round. With over 185 flavor awards, they're exceptional NA beers that fit your lifestyle and any social occasion. Summer's full of good times, and Athletic fits right in. Go to athleticbrewing.com to have brews delivered to your door, or find them at a bar, restaurant, or store near you. Near beer. Athletic Brewing Company, fit for all times.